Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for spending the time to listen to the White Rock story. I hope at the end of the 10-minute presentation, you have found it interesting enough to maybe go onto our website, and certainly during the Minds and Money conference, if you would like to reach out to me, set up a meeting, I'd be more than happy to have a further chat. So with that, a little bit about White Rock. We're ASX listed. We've been listed for 10 years, and we have two different but very interesting projects. We've got a Red Mountain high-grade zinc and precious metals project in central Alaska, and we also have an advanced gold and silver project in northern New South Wales called Mount Carrington. And I'm sure I won't be the last one to ever tell you that we do have a strong board and management team, and I would encourage you to have a look at the experiences of the board, because at the end of the day, if you are an investor or intend to be an investor, I think it's important that you understand the experiences of the people that will be handling your investment money and what we're planning to do with it wisely and to add value. So our Red Mountain project, Central Alaska, it's got a maiden JORC resource that put it in the top quartile of undeveloped zinc projects in the world, 9 million tonnes at just under 13% zinc equivalent. We've got a strategic land holding, so district scale, first mover status, 559 square kilometres of this VMS area. But as you'll find out, it's also highly prospective for gold, and that's our current focus. Earlier this year, we announced this gold discovery. It's a stream sediment gold anomaly, and I'll explain a little bit more to the listener, but we just raised some money. So we're fully funded and have actually this week commenced our exploration program there. And I think that offers some very exciting news flow potentially for the investor, and I'll explain a little bit more why I believe that to be the case. And our Mount Carrington project, gold and silver in northern New South Wales, 2 hours inland from Byron Bay, has a feasibility study on it, and its initial 4 to 5 year mine life of just the gold before we mine any of the silver available generates some pretty good financial metrics, makes a lot of money, robust, but as I said, it does have an approval step next, and then a construction and commissioning phase. A little bit about our board. First of all, the corporate structure. We have a few shares on issue. We do have a shareholder meeting on the 9th of July to consolidate that back to a more manageable number. We have no debt and nice amount of money in the bank as at the end of March. We just raised some more money, and I'll touch on that in a minute. In fact, I'll touch on that after I just go through our shareholder base. I think it's important for an investor or a potential investor to also look at who else has put their money into the company. And I think we've got a pretty good register. We've got some great institutions there. We've got a major institution out of Canada and also out of Denver in Crescott Capital. We have an ASX listed company, $1 billion company, very successful in Sandfire. And like any junior, we do need some retail, and we've got some high net worths in our top 8, along with the Zijin Sprott JV out of Hong Kong. So a nice mix of Australian company, institutional, but also high net worth. Capital raising that I touched on, $7 million being raised, significant for a company our size. The first tranche already in our bank account, and that's allowed us to fund and get on the ground already, with the remainder of that tranche subject to shareholder meeting on the 9th of July. We're also offering the opportunity for our current shareholders to participate, and it's being led by Canaccord, so a great international company, but also co-managed by Barry Dawes, Martin Place Securities out of Sydney. And as I said, the proceeds to go to an exploration program at our last chance gold prospect, which I'll touch on. Our board, 2 of us are mining engineers, a lot of operational M&A, business development, study experiences, and Jeremy and Stephen also round out with corporate advisory, business development experiences as well. And Rowan, our exploration manager, been with White Rock and is driving our exploration program as we speak in Alaska. So a little bit about Red Mountain. It's gold grade, it's VMS grades, put it in the top quartile of undeveloped zinc projects in the world. It's well positioned, it's in central Alaska, it's surrounded on 3 sides by major road. It's only a half-hour chopper or Cessna flight due south of Fairbanks, Fairbanks being the 2nd largest city in Alaska. The JORC resource, a maiden JORC resource, significant amounts of zinc, lead, silver and gold, as we mentioned. That JORC resource, certainly great maiden resource with lots of targets to add to that. The two existing resources are open along strike and down deep in places. So, you know, great opportunity to grow that as well. Highly mineralised area, and as I said, you know, since the 1990s, not much work done on it until we acquired it in 2016. But what's really exciting is that while we do have this high-grade zinc prospects, we also are in gold country. The Tintina gold belt is home to some great mines. Many people will have heard of Pogo, that Australian company Northern Star purchased. It's only 200 kilometres from where we are. A lot of people have probably heard of Fort Knox gold mine run by Kinross. And Donlin. Donlin is a 45 million ounce project, joint venture with Barrick and Nova Gold. So great territory to be in, and we are very excited by what we found. We announced it earlier last year, this gold stream anomaly of a similar tenor and size to that which Pogo was discovered on. We pegged that ground late last year, and that's the subject of the current capital raising. The market was so responsive to it that we were oversubscribed. We actually had to scale back money. That's allowed us to get on the ground this week with 6 geologists, and we'll be doing soil and stream sediment and rock chip sampling. And then we hope to be drilling by the end of July, early August. So great, well-funded, and hopefully good news flow to come out of that. A little bit about Mount Carrington, Northern New South Wales, JORC resource for gold, JORC resource for silver. So we're one of the few companies with genuine exposure to silver, and we've got a JORC reserve on the gold as well. It's had past mining, so that photo on the bottom left are the 2 gold pits. So you literally do walk onto ore. It's already got a tails dam, so it is well advanced. It's not pristine. It has past mining, so it's a good head start. Feasibility study done, as I mentioned, and it's got an approval step next to go. Good exploration upside. We've got 180 square kilometres of tenement package, so we've got JORC resources not in the mine plan. We've also got wall cut drill targets, and we've also got the potential for copper porphyry at depth. So we think those 2 projects do complement each other. Now, Carrington feasibility study was done at $1,700 per ounce of gold price. Even if you look at $2,100 per ounce, you know, it makes a lot of money, just under $100 million of free cash in its first 4 to 5 years, and that's before any silver. A payback of just under a year. You know, those sort of financial metrics you don't find very often, and certainly given that gold price in Australia is even above $2,500 an ounce, you know, we think it has a great potential. It's got a 12 to 18 month approval process, and then 12 to 18 month construction, so we could be pouring gold within 3 years. So in summary, what's interesting about White Rock, and hopefully you have found interesting and might want to find out a bit more, is our high-grade zinc VMS deposits that we have. Our advanced gold and silver project with great exposure to the Australian gold price. Exploration upside, especially at Red Mountain with our strategic land holding, and great news flow to come from our fully funded exploration program, as I said, on our gold anomaly that we started this week. Jurisdictions, I think an investor should also consider the jurisdictions that the assets are in. Not just the technical merit of the projects, not just the board and management, but where are they located and what's the sovereign risk? Alaska's in the top 5 of the Fraser Institute for mining jurisdiction, so very, very positive. And New South Wales also, you know, follows rule of law, English speaking. So two good risk diversification components in that investment proposition, I would like to think. And as I mentioned, of course, the strong board of management. So look, with that, thanks very much for your time. I look forward to you following up, and if you have any questions or want to talk further, please reach out to me during Minds and Money. Thanks very much.